whatever the hell is going on here. What is happening? Apparently, Christopher was walking backstage to get ready for the big show that's coming up with the quarterfinals. But what the hell is this? It's Mayhem. Mayhem is former. It's his former guy. Well, his former creation, Mayhem. What is Mayhem doing? What the hell is Mayhem doing? And oh no! He's attacking Christopher! What the hell is this? What is this about for? Oh no. Why the hell is Mayhem doing this? And Christopher now is just getting beaten up by Mayhem. Why is Mayhem doing this? Is this payback for something? Is this to show that their creation is always going to be better than the person that created them? Like, what the hell is this about for? Why? That's my question. Why? And Christopher has a match later. He's got a quarterfinals match against Jay White. And oh my god! Oh, jeez Louise! Mayhem with a Death Valley driver into the steel chairs and broke a table in half. And these relentless chair shots right now by Mayhem on Christopher. Christopher is stunned. He can't even move. Oh my god. Oh, right to the eyes. And a low blow by Mayhem. This is just wrong. This is wrong. Oh, and Mayhem. Oh my god, just knocked out Christopher. Oh, good god. Christopher just got knocked out by Mayhem. Now, this isn't the only other thing that's happening today. Oliver Queen apparently had a press conference, and he does have a couple of things to say. The question is, what does he have to say? That's my question. What does Oliver Queen have to say? Because he's got a press conference. He's going to be asked questions about things, and I'll just take you guys to that press conference here in just a second. And here's Queen. I guess he's going to be ready for his promo here. I guess we'll throw it to whatever footage that we have of this press conference and the recordings that we have. As here we are. So, I'm here for a press conference. Oliver Queen here. Yes, I'm here for a press conference. Now, I heard some of you do have questions from what I've seen and what could be happening tonight. Yes, you, sir, in the front row. What do you have for me? Oh, yes, yeah, me from the Daily Bugle. But, I just want to ask, from what we've known from the attack by Mayhem, do you have any recommendations or any thought of why Mayhem would attack Christopher, especially before such an interesting moment in Christopher's career? You know what? Do you know what? I gotta hand it to you. That's a good question, but really, I have yet to figure out why Mayhem would do such a thing. Especially the fact that so far through this great tournament that we've had, Christopher ended up getting top seed in his group. Is Mayhem jealous about Christopher's success? Who knows if he's jealous of that success. But we are intent to figure out why Mayhem attacked Christopher. We will find out one day, probably perhaps down the line, of why Mayhem did what he did. Now, involving what condition Christopher is in. I learned from medical staff earlier that Christopher is not going to be fit to compete tonight in the quarterfinal match against Switchblade Jay White. Yes, I know. It's sad to hear that. I know it's disheartening for all of Christopher's fans. But it is what it is. Sometimes it happens, so Christopher's unfit to compete tonight. On my way here, I called a meeting with some of the other members of Group C, mainly those other two that were in the triple threat match, which were Tomohiro Ishii and Clark Connors. I asked them about if they want to join or not, if they want to take Christopher's place to face Jay White. I asked Clark Connors first because he was the one that was eliminated by Bratton Obama. Clark Connors actually said no. Clark Connors said no because he wanted to be in a tag match with Alex Todlin that night. And so, there will be Clark Connors and Alex Todlin in a tag match. Well, I'll go over that in just a little bit, but his replacement, Christopher's replacement in the match against Jay White, is Tomohiro Ishii. Yes, the guy that was pinned by Clark Connors and taken out of that match first is replacing Christopher. Because Christopher cannot compete tonight. Bomber's already said that he does not want to move up. He would like to face Matt Bennett tonight. So at the moment, the Stone Pit Bull Tomohiro Ishii has stepped up to replace Christopher and face the Switchblade Jay White tonight in the quarterfinals. Also tonight, I know people will ask questions about this, but regarding championships, the KOPW title will be defended at Wrestle Kingdom, which is our next pay-per-view. We have already confirmed 4 people that will be fighting for the championship, as it will be a fatal 4-way match to crown the first KOPW champion. Those 4 people are, of course, the current KOPW champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling, Taichi. We have the former champion, Sho, also competing in that match. We will have Swerve Strickland competing in that match due to his performance and win over Hangman Adam Page in the Texas Death Match at Full Gear. And the final participant in the 4-way match to fight for the KOPW Championship is Malachi Black of the House of Black. A guy who I feel has been underused by AEW and could use a big boost. And a win in that match will definitely boost him up to his status that all the fans would like to see. Now, yes, I see your hand up, and I feel like I know your question, and that's what's regarding the card tonight. So, tonight, we have 7 matchups, including a championship match. Your first 2 of the evening tonight are 2 4-way tag team matches. These tag team matches will basically be who moves on to Wrestle Kingdom to fight for the vacated tag team championships. Now, of course, Hernare and a new partner will be competing in that match, because it makes sense that we give the United Empire at least a second chance because of the Great Khan's injury. So Aaron Hernare did call me today and said that he has a partner ready for Wrestle Kingdom. Also, there'll be those 2 sets of matches. One will feature multiple company tag teams, which one of them is, of course, Alex Todlin and Clark Connors, the Bullet Club War Dogs. There'll be also 3 other teams that match, most of them from New Japan Pro Wrestling, but also one from AEW. Our second of the 2 4-way tag team matches tonight will feature teams from companies such as MSW, Shockwave Wrestling, and CTL. Yes, interesting tactics to serve that tonight, but hey, that's how the cookie crumbles. Also, that championship match is another openweight title match tonight. Rhett is putting that belt on the line against Bullet Club's Chase Owens. That's mainly because Tomohiro Ishii had to basically give his shot up to someone else, and he gave it to Chase Owens. Of course, we have our quarterfinals tonight as well, with the matches such as Katsuyori Shibata versus Joe Kenny. We have Bennett versus Bomber, we have the replaced Christopher, as he's been replaced by Tomohiro Ishii against Jay White. And the main event is Gabe Kidd against Tama Tonga. Yes, it's such a disheartening fact that we had to take someone out of this tournament once again. Second person to be taken out of this tournament at a bad time. First was Great Khan, taken out by a back injury. And now Christopher's been taken out due to a bad stage attack. Now, I will say this about MSW, because I know someone's going to mention it at some point. I've heard that from everything that's happened with Evil, House of Torture, and stealing of championships, if that bastard does not give the championship back this weekend, if he loses to Brandon Styles on MSW, then he'll be indefinitely suspended from the company and stripped of his championship if he does not return the MSW championship this weekend. No matter if he wins or loses, if he does not return that title, he will be stripped of his championship here and be indefinitely suspended until he does give it back. Which means no matches for him here and no payment for him here if that happens. And so, Evil, you have 1 week to give that title back. If you don't give it back, then you're suspended. Other things I do want to talk about. Wrestle Kingdom, our pay-per-view coming up. A couple weeks from now. Main event will, of course, be the match between the winner of our tournament versus the current world champion, Eddie Kingston. Now, there could be a potential third man in that match, depending on Kingston's approval, because he said he might bring Okada into that match because he's lost to Okada. But, that's just on his part. We do have another match in store for that. Jon Moxley has a match to defend his championship that night too, and so will be LeJon Lennox. All titles will at least be put on the line at the pay-per-view. Evils might be vacated by then if he does not give back the MSW title. Now, that's all what I have for this damn press conference. I'm leaving now because I do not want to answer any more questions, and I have a busy night tonight, so all of you, take care. Make sure you brush your hair, wash your face, and shave if you need to. And remember, drugs, not hugs. Well, not hugs, not drugs. But just make sure that you tune into our show coming up either tonight or tomorrow. And just make sure to tune into the others as well. MSW this weekend. Shockwave most likely on Friday. I will see you next time. And no more damn questions. Fuck you, sirs. I saw you put your hand up. Goodbye.